Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP has had another jump in price. It began just, I don't know, several hours or so ago, jumping up somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 7 to 8%, and since then been trailing sideways a bit, so waiting to see if it breaks up potentially. Maybe, but I want to share with you opinions from a few chart analysts in this video, because it seems clear to me that as it pertains to XRP specifically, my gosh, you're talking about if in fact, I'm going to share with you a chart in this video. If one of the analysts that I'm highlighting in this video is correct, his chart indications, and I'm not talking about the blockchain backer in this case, but you might think that based on this range, but in relatively short order, we could be seeing upwards of $13 XRP. And I'll be sharing with you the specifics of that. But even outside of that, it's clear that analysts are just taking a look at the chart patterns for a number of different coins, and it seems clear to them that they're going to be popping sooner than later. Like we have gone through, yes, fine, since May, major correction downwards, got that, been tracing sideways, but lately we've seen little pops up. We're still range bound mostly, but it is good to see that still. And so frankly, it's just a matter of time. But before I go any further, I do want to be clear, I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about Ripple and crypto and XRP, but purely as a hobby. And so as I record this, XRP is at 75 cents. Bitcoin is at $39,845. Market cap for the asset class, 1.6 trillion. Haven't seen, that's the highest it's been, by the way, in like the last month at least. You got Bitcoin dominance at 46.37%. And here's the 24-hour XRP chart, so you can just kind of visualize it if you care to. It's on your screen right now. You can see there was the pop right here where I'm circling some hours ago, and then just trailing sideways. Will be interesting to see where it breaks, but even if in the short term it does happen to go back down, I say fear not. Take a look at this. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Ambessa. This tweet was from June 11th of this year, 2021. So I'm going to share this and then an update. But so the one that he shared on June 11th, he simply wrote, XRP macro view. I feel so betrayed by crypto Twitter, yet I will never let you down. And so as far as the never let you down part, I don't know. I didn't go try and find the frame of reference for what was occurring on June 11th. I don't know if it's just that some of his followers don't like XRP or they were all feeling bearish. It's probably one of those things or both. But here's the chart that he shared. So here's the chart formation to this point in time. This is June 11th right here where my mouse is going up and down right there. And he's citing here that's basically making what is kind of like a bowl formation. He in the subsequent tweet, you'll see he called it the Ambessa bowl because he's Ambessa. And he cited that right about here. And this isn't an exact science, but he's saying basically, if this is truly going to be a rounded bottom, then at some point right around here, where I'm circling now, you'd see XRP start to tick up. And also, before I forget, I do want to cite Leb Crypto has done his own analysis with this rounded bottom formation, and he's been, in a general sense, sharing the same concept here. And for years now, mind you, this is like a several-year play. It's been playing out like this, though. This has been the expectation. And so, again, this June 11th, now take a look at his most recent tweet. And this is from July 29th. XRP and Bessa Bowl macro view. Literally came down to the start of arrow projection. I'll pull up the chart full screen in just a second. That's what he's talking about, though. And he says, I'm scared of my own projections accuracy, by the way. And so here you see, this is the most recent one. So all I did was fill out the rest of the time here. That's it. And it came strikingly close to where he drew the arrow on June 11th. And he's talking about a continuation upward here. And so it doesn't mean that it hugs this rounded bottom. That's not what he's saying. In fact, if you see where the arrow is pointing, it's upwards to $13 there. And not that he's saying it's even going to peak there. I don't know if he's called a top, but if I've ever read a prediction from him in terms of like our expectations in terms of where he thinks XRP might top this market cycle, if he has, I'm just not recalling it. But typically when analysts draw these arrows upwards, it's to indicate the general direction. So it's not that he's literally saying $13, but he's been very bullish on XRP. He is one of the people one of the popular chart analysts out there that's been saying, no, this thing's really going to blow. It's massively going to go up. And I've shared tweets with him on the channel somewhat regularly for a long time at this point, probably for most, if not all, of this year. And so don't be surprised when one day you wake up and we see not just what we saw over the last couple of days, which was exciting, admittedly, seeing XRP pump like 15% in 1 hour. I covered that in a video. Exciting, for sure. But like, I remember what it was like. I was here in late 2017 when XRP went from 20-something cents to almost $4. Now that's the type of excitement that I'm very much looking forward to. Now that I firmly believe is coming. It's just, to me, it's just a matter of time until XRP eventually hits its all-time high and then does enter a new realm of price discovery. But that's just my suspicion. Again, I'm not making any actual price predictions. Always acknowledge I could be wrong. So this, again, to be clear, not financial advice, but this is what I firmly believe to be the case. And so he then wrote also, the last XRP tweet is macro view. There is no short-term FOMO entry call, by the way. It is a zoomed-out perspective. Please think in time frames, which I think is rather sage wisdom, because too many people, they do think in the short term, and that's how you get all the emotional buying and selling. And it's just it's too much getting in and out of positions. You know, when data shows that that's a horrible idea. It's like humans; they can't control themselves, or they don't have that data. But if you can control yourselves and you have that data, why does it make sense to get in and out of positions? When data shows if you just hold for years and years and years, like, those are the people that make the serious money. They hold for years and years and years, and they don't get scared out of their positions because of retracements and bear markets. That's what the history is showing us. Now, although I want to mention this too, I do still acknowledge there will be a lot of cryptocurrencies that go to zero. So it can't be the case that the market will rise in tandem forever, and I do want to be clear. Of course, I acknowledge that, but that's why I'm so excited to hold XRP, because it has real utility, and as long as I see that it has real-world utility, no matter how much it dips with the market, even when we enter the next bear market one day way in the future, I'm not going to be afraid if I'm holding XRP at that time. I won't be, because humans are not just going to discard something that has actual value, and value is different than price. Value, we're talking about whether or not you're solving a problem. With price, that's just the open market price at which XRP would be traded at any given moment. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Kaleo. When Bitcoin finally does move out of this range, the candle we saw the other day from $35,000 to $40,000 will look like child's play. And so I wanted to highlight even just that tweet, because I want you to notice the sentiment from chart analysts that have massive followings and are respected broadly in crypto versus your stereotypic retail speculators that just don't get it until the trend has already moved in that direction and a lot of the opportunity has been reduced at those points in time. Because I'm telling you, it's just like, how many analysts have I highlighted when Bitcoin is at $30,000 that said those that are selling Bitcoin at $30,000 hoping to buy at $20,000 will be buying at $40,000. It's just that simple concept here. And so also the blockchain backer in his most recent video, he did say that his bias is that XRP is going to enter into a bull market, like a massive bull move upwards. He also noted that other altcoins chart patterns show that they're in position to break out, frankly. And he's not the only one that said that. In fact, here's chart analyst Michael Vandepop, who shared the following. I think it's a very likely scenario that altcoins will be waking up from here. Many have retraced their entire run of the first half of this year, through which they are flipping crucial levels for support. Mass is bearish on altcoins, just like they were on Bitcoin at $30,000. So who the hell out there listening to this is bearish on altcoins right now? Because I get it. There's probably somebody like this, and I'm not actually picking on you, but like please learn this information. It's okay if you disagree. You tell me why you disagree. I feel very strongly about this, though. When Bitcoin was at its low, the sentiment was that, oh my gosh, it's going to keep going that direction. And now it's up, and now people are predicting $100,000 Bitcoin again. And so it's just as simply the case that your typical retail speculator, whatever is happening in the moment, they think they feel as though it's going to do that forever, which is a ridiculous position. And so the fact that altcoins, although XRP has been up of late, of course, happy to acknowledge that. Very happy to acknowledge that. Many altcoins, they haven't moved at the exact same pace as Bitcoin, which is why you've seen Bitcoin's dominance increase to what it is today, 46.39%, and it was even higher just yesterday. But that's why you're seeing that. So just because they haven't moved yet, it doesn't mean that forever they will not move. But that is the sentiment that you get from these people that just don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I don't think that you need to be some sort of sophisticated financial expert to understand these things. I don't pretend to be. I'm not a guru. I didn't come from a financial background of any kind. And I I learned this stuff. There's nothing special about me. You can learn this stuff too. And if you disagree with it, that's fine. I just think it's fun to talk about this stuff, but I firmly believe this is the case. I've been looking into this stuff for years and years and years, and I just see humans behaving the same over and over and over again. And so what I do is not that. What I do is nothing. Over the years, yes, I've been accumulating crypto, certainly. But I'm not trading it. I'm not getting in and out of positions. If I buy it, then I hold it. That's my deal. That's my deal with myself. And so if I'm ever going to sell it, then it's going to be because I'm sufficiently enticed to sell it. And I'm not going to sell something just to FOMO into something else. If I sell something, especially this market cycle, as things start moving up and up and up, and I'll be happy to share when I do. As I do that, though, that money's out. That money's out of the market, not going back in. Not until we enter bear market and we've seen massive crashes. Like once I see crypto in general is down at least 80%, maybe then I'll start dollar cost averaging in. If not after even a greater crash than that, because there will be cryptos I believe that are going to crash over 90, over 95%. And historically, that's what's happened. I think humans will continue to behave more or less the same, and I'm happy with that. Like I get it. I see these cycles. This is what I'm going to do, which is why, as I've said many times before, when inevitably we enter another crypto bear market, and I don't pretend to know when that will be, but when we do, I'm going to continue running this Moon Lambo channel with a silly-ass name, and I'm going to be buying. I will be bullish when everyone else is bearish. Absolutely I will, because there's going to be tremendous opportunity. And people won't see it until years pass and we go through our next parabolic upward cycle, but I play the long game, and so many people are incapable of doing that. I am a truly long-term thinker. I have never cashed out any of my cryptocurrencies to USD, and I've never sold a single XRP. Because either I'm right, and this goes the direction that I'm expecting, in which case there should be truly life-changing wealth, or I'm wrong, and it goes to zero, in which case womp womp. But I also never invested anything that I'm willing to lose in case I am wrong about any of this, because I can't tell the future. I just happen to feel very confident about my positions here. I'm not counting on this for retirement. It's just that, yeah, it would be life-changing wealth if it goes away, I think, and hope that it will. But I don't need it for retirement. So hopefully none of you guys are stretching yourselves too thin just in case this doesn't go how we think and hope that it will. Because for me personally, I've got to be able to sleep easy at night, and I do, and I do have substantial positions in crypto. But the reason that it is the percentage of my net worth that it is because I bought during the bear market when people were saying you're an idiot for buying crypto. That's when I was paying attention. I already did it, and now it's worth way more, and it's going to be worth even more from here. And then I'm going to sell it, and then the market's going to crash, and I'm going to do it all over again. So if you guys want to hang out with me, I will be one of the individuals here that will be here not just during the good times, but during the bear markets. And in fact, I happen to, this is coincidence admittedly, but I started this channel at the very bottom of the bear market, December 14th, 2018. And so when we enter the next one, I'm going to have a blast. So I hope that most of you are paying attention and come along with me for the ride, because there will be fewer people paying attention to YouTube channels like this. And it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's to your own detriment, not paying attention to crypto specifically. Not that you have to listen to my channel. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying, if you're not paying attention to crypto specifically during the bear market and figuring stuff out, like that is a huge mistake. Like Warren Buffett has said, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. That indeed is sage wisdom. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.